Imagine a king who conquered nations not to destroy them but to set them free. This isn't a fairy tale. This is the story of Cyrus the Great, a ruler who turned ancient wisdom about power completely upside down. In the 6th century BCE, when most kings were building monuments to their cruelty, a young prince from a small Persian kingdom was dreaming differently. Cyrus didn't just want to rule, he wanted to transform what it meant to be a ruler. Picture this: armies approaching the mighty walls of Babylon, one of the greatest cities in history. But instead of siege engines and burning arrows, Cyrus came with an unprecedented strategy. He studied Babylon's people, their customs, and their grievances. He diverted the Euphrates River, yes, but he also diverted people's hearts, promising freedom, respect, and dignity to those who had been oppressed. When the gates of Babylon opened, the world held its breath, expecting the usual scenes of ancient conquest: death, slavery, and destruction. But Cyrus shocked everyone. He walked in peacefully, protected the city's treasures, and did something that would echo through millennia. He freed the captives. Imagine being one of the Jewish people held in Babylon, hearing the declaration that you could return home, rebuild your temple, and practice your faith freely. This wasn't just policy, it was revolution. In an age when conquerors imposed their gods on the conquered, Cyrus declared religious freedom for all. His famous cylinder, discovered centuries later, reads like a modern human rights charter. He proclaimed that people should be free to worship as they choose, live where they wish, and maintain their cultural identity. These ideas were so ahead of their time that even Alexander the Great, born 2 centuries later, would visit Cyrus's tomb to pay respect to this visionary ruler. That tomb still stands today in Pasargadae, Iran, simple, elegant, and powerful. Just like the man himself, it doesn't boast or intimidate. It simply endures, reminding us of a leader who understood that true power lies not in how many people you can enslave, but in how many you can set free. Think about it. In an era of absolute monarchs and iron-fisted rule, Cyrus created an empire based on respect, diversity, and human dignity. He showed that a king could be remembered not for the cities he burned, but for the people he liberated. Many historians call him the world's first human rights leader, and looking at today's world, his lessons feel more relevant than ever. Cyrus the Great didn't just change history, he changed how we think about leadership, power, and human dignity. In a world still struggling with these concepts, maybe it's time we looked back at this ancient king who knew that the greatest victory isn't conquering your enemies, but turning them into friends.